towards a level flight attitude, slowly but completely closing the throttle, keeping the aircraft flying just 1 foot above the runway centerline, keeping it flying, keeping it flying, keeping it flying, moving into the landing attitude. The main wheels touch, followed gently by the nose wheel, gentle braking and bringing the aircraft to a stop. It sounds simple, but a lot of practice will be needed.
As we come closer to the runway, now comes the important part, the landing. I'm going to bring the aircraft to a position where it's flying level with the runway surface, approximately 1 foot above, as I now slowly but completely close the throttle, keeping the aircraft flying, 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 keeping her flying, 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 and down. Main wheels first, followed by the nose wheel. There we go. So let's examine now, when we're too high or too low on the approach, the views that we see. So this is what it's like when we're too low. Notice the threshold is sitting high in the windscreen. The nose is a long way below the threshold, indicating that we are too low. Now what I'm going to do is to maintain height, and we will slowly, progressively reapproach the ideal glide slope. Note the new perspective of the runway as we become higher relative to that ideal glide slope. Taking on a much more planned perspective as the runway threshold works its way down the windscreen towards the spinner. Try and work out for yourself where you think the correct position is, and I will tell you. Not quite. Just about there. And there we have it, the correct or ideal 3-degree approach path that we're aiming to maintain. However, I'm going to maintain height still, and you'll notice we're now becoming high on the approach. The threshold and the numbers, if you can see them, are working their way down to the bottom of the windscreen and are shortly to become obscured by the spinner. And in this position, we are too high and obviously wouldn't be able to make it. If we were to close the power, there wouldn't be sufficient room for us to land on the runway available. Let me just lower the nose so you can see the runway clearly and see how high we are relative to it. So nothing else to do except to go around.